Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Some Ordinary podcast. Unfortunately, Oompaville, aka Caleb, was not able to make it this episode, so I am his fill-in. And we also have a few other fellas here if they want to introduce themselves.
That was very gentlemanly, sir. Nice.
That was very, very professionally handled. My name is Mutahar, also known as Some Ordinary Gamers. I make a plethora of content on the internet, and I welcome you to this episode.
My name is Nux Taku. There are face reveals of me all over the place, and none of them are me. And our guest today is Tectone.
Hello, my name is John Robert Robertson. My exact address is 1717 Peanut Butter Avenue. My social security number is 35744. Thank you for your podcast today, guys. Really
I didn't
appreciate
even
that.
have to be on someone's podcast to do that. I just give that out all the time.
Yeah, my actual name is Tectone. Yeah.
Oh,
That's your legal name, like on your
my
birth
legal
certificate?
name. Mm-hmm.
When you were born, your dad was like, let me just solidify this man's career right
Yeah,
now.
let me fuck this guy's life real quick.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to give that to my parents. My grandparents found the most like unique goddamn Indian name to throw out. It was like, I think when it comes to names, like, you know, years down the road, you're like, damn guys, like, there's like a whole fucking dictionary to pick from, and y'all really landed on that though.
Dude, I feel like I have such a generic NPC name. It's always made me feel like a loser my entire life. It blows.
dude,
What,
this
John?
guy's like, dude, his name is John Robertson or whatever. Everything's
Yep.
so sad and cringe. Meanwhile, he's like 6'7", looking down
Yeah.
at all the mortals. Okay,
Yeah.
Hey, dude, don't
Yeah,
worry.
but online, bro, nobody believes me anyways, and I sound like the typical guy working at a Walmart cash and register station, man, so it feels bad.
See, that's the weird thing about being on the internet, right? Like everyone used to think that I was like kind of short, and then they meet me in real life, and it's like, oh my god, you're not like 5'1"? I'm like, what gave you that impression? And I guess the same thing goes for you, Art, because Art's like fucking hella tall in real life. Like, Art's like the one guy that's taller than me, and I'm like, all right, okay.
Yeah, I think it's because I'm also pretty wide. At least I used to be before I lost a bunch of weight. So everyone assumed I was
Wide.
just like thick and short.
Hell
No,
yeah.
Dude, I feel like everyone on the internet is just a fucking like, I want to, like, anytime some faceless NPC like tweets out something about me, I'm like, all right, let me see the face reveal here. I wonder why.
It's so funny because people today don't do that. I remember Keemstar used to do that all the time. Someone would respond to him saying like, "You're a horrible person," and then he'll post like he'll dig up their Facebook and post like some image of themselves not looking their best and be like, "This you?" You know, like
That's
No, what are you
scary,
talking
bro.
about? He'll still
Yeah.
do that on Twitter. He'll
still
just
does
go
that?
right to the
Oh,
profile
God.
picture. It's still there.
Fuck, that's so scary.
Now, obviously, ladies and gentlemen, beyond just looking up people on Facebook to get a quick own, yesterday, as you all know, a big event happened. Actually, the whole weekend event was happening. We started with GTA 6 leaks, which for the
True.
first goddamn time we actually saw this game in production. And every armchair developer jumps out on Twitter, social media, and says, "Hey guys, this unfinished game looks like shit. It hasn't been finished yet. I wonder
just like
why."
Cyberpunk, except
Yeah.
that was released that way. Unfortunately,
Like I remember waking up. So like, okay, every time GTA 6 trends on social media, I'm like one of those people. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's bullshit. And then the only thing that changed was like, so my fucking like everyone in my life is like, no, it actually happened. Hey, it actually got leaked. I'm like, all right, y'all are fucking with me. And then I look it up, and boy, I had like, it was like Christmas morning for me. I'm like, oh my god, I actually get to see what this game I'm excited about looks like. And then, of course, you know, we get into the slow realization that it was a hack, and like there was a potential that the game was going to get like delayed for years. And I was like, but it happened. You know, for the first time we actually did it. And you know, the wildest thing was every GTA clickbait channel, like Mr. Boss for the win. Yeah, I'm going to name names here. I don't go. Was mysteriously missing the day it leaked. So like you got to understand, these channels are always like talking about a GTA leak, but the day it actually happens, they all go silent as fuck, and I'm like, why?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that, I was so pissed. Because, like, dude, some fucking hacker is gonna leak that shit to the internet. Like, dude, I'm a big Smash Bros fan. I love that shit. And the idea of that being announced at like some massive gaming convention, then getting the fan cams of like 27 dudes at McDonald's sharing the same iPhone, watching the trailer together, and then collectively losing their shit is like the reason why I actually love video games. So knowing they took that, not to defend a multi-million-dollar company, I mean, get better security, LOL. But like, but like for real, bro. Like they took away that moment, and now like the reveal of the trailer isn't going to be special, but maybe they can figure out a way to make people think that maybe GTA. They should just say that GTA 6 isn't coming, and then re-announce it later in a year or something. Something just to get the excitement of it being announced again.
They should just change. They should just like take the 6 out of the title and just change it to like something slightly different. I don't know.
Yeah,
do something. No, but I feel like it, like no matter what, like personally, I'm actually a little bit more excited. I'm like, okay, so I know it's coming. I know kind of like the rough outline. Now I can't wait for like the teaser trailers to fucking drop, right? Like eventually, because it's gonna happen. Like I remember they're like, Rockstar's not gonna make another GTA. I'm like, bro, do you know that companies like to print money? Of course they're making another game. Yeah. Whoa, I don't know what to tell you guys. Activision keeps making a new COD every year. I wonder why that is, right? Like shit. So I'm like,
why there's 17 iterations of the same game of Pokemon. Interesting.
Yeah, well,
dude, okay, hold on, wait. Do we have time to talk about Pokemon? Is that fine?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Holy sh! I have never been more consistently disappointed by a company than fucking Game Freak for Pokemon. I mean, okay, dude, have you seen the legendaries?
You mean the motorcycles? The motorcycles?
Yes. Okay. And so you,
what?
You have one.
Wait, there's motorcycles?
Yeah.
So,
they ripped off the most original idea in Yu-Gi-Oh! And because there was the whole Yu-Gi-Oh! Season playing like Yu-Gi-Oh! On motorcycles.
5 days.
5 days. Which was actually a pretty good season aside from the motorcycles part. Mm-hmm. And Pokemon's new legendaries are just motorcycles.
Yeah, so you have one Pokemon that's...
Dude.
No.
They
really are. It's
I thought you guys were saying they replaced the bikes with motorcycles so I could ride them around.
Oh, I wish.
You're kidding.
Now that's
let me tell you what they did. Okay, so they have one legendary that's like a mechanical dragon, and it transforms to a dragon to a actual motorcycle. Okay, like and it shape shifts like a fucking robot. Okay, and you can even take it in the water, and you can like it pops out little floaties, and then you can swim across it. But you need 2 of them, and the motorcycle is a legendary Pokemon. So the other one
know so much. How do you know so much?
I'm a Nintendo hate watcher. Okay, listen, Pikmin 4, I'm excited. Pokemon, what the fuck? The other Pokemon is just an animal with 2 big ass wheels on it, and the wheels don't function, and it just runs on its hands and feet again. Like, it just runs on its legs. So it just has 2 big-ass wheels on it for no reason, just because it has to match the other legendary. It's one of the dumbest things I have ever seen in my entire life. And not to mention, they're adding in this new system. They used to have this other system called Gigantamax, where your Pokemon would get, like, real big.
The steroids,
Yeah, the steroids.
That was actually really good for the actual metagame. Gigantamax.
Yeah, Gigantamax was cool. It caused some cool like variations for Pikachu cards in the TCG. But for the new one, they have Bedazzled, where they put on like they bling their Pokemon and they like put giant diamonds and emeralds on their head.
Oh,
and
you get like grills and shit too.
Yeah, and spinners. So you get to pimp your Pokemon. It's sick. It is the dumbest shit I have ever seen.
It's like you get to pimp your Pokemon.
Yeah,
that could be a lot of connotations to that.
I don't know, man. Pokemon continues to impress me with the variety of Rule 34 that exists.
True.
Today's episode of the podcast is brought to you by Established Titles, an entirely new, fun, and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland, ladies and gentlemen. Now, of course, it's a project based on an old Scottish practice of landowners being referred to as lairds, or lords and ladies in English. Ladies and gentlemen, they give you 1 square foot of dedicated land in Edelston, Scotland, with an official certificate and a crest. They got one right here, ladies and gentlemen. This features a unique plot number that tells you own a legitimate piece of property in that side of the world. And of course, with yourself being named as Lord, like I'm Lord Some Ordinary Gamer, you could actually possibly change your name to Lord or Lady. Put it on your credit cards, plane tickets, I don't know. You could even put it on a dating profile. That sounds pretty impressive. They also work with organizations like One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future to support global reforestation efforts. And of course, as always, if you're somebody who's in the market for last-minute gifts, I know sometimes I am, being as busy as I am, it absolutely absolutely can put a smile on somebody's face. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, the first 200 people who are purchasing this title pack using our link will effectively be next to our plot. And at the moment, Established Titles is actually running a massive sale right now. If you use our code SOP, you get an additional 10% off. Go to establishedtitles.com/SOP to get your gifts now and help support the podcast.
In order to be like a Pokemon fan, I think you have to have like a degree of like Stockholm syndrome or something. Like,
I agree.
I feel like Pokemon fans are like it's like they're in a perpetual hostage crisis. You know, like the rest of the gaming world wants to extract you out of that situation, and you're like, no, change in my video game. What's wrong with you? Like, I'm looking at the graphics for it, and it's like, this is really, really bad. Like, I get it. I know it's a Nintendo Switch, but that's still not a fucking excuse. Like,
yeah, it looks like a PS2
still has like.
The crazy part is everyone's excited because that looks so much better than Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield was horrific. It looked like an early PlayStation 2 game. It wasn't even like a late one that like they took full advantage of the console.
I remember I found out about Sword and Shield through your Twitter, Art. You were like fucking shitting on it. I'm like I saw that. I'm like, when I thought, I'm like, there's no way he's like leaking out this like meme footage.
Dude,
and then I Google it later. I'm like,
we've had the most Twitch drama in the history of the internet, and we're just roasting Pokemon because
I feel like it just never gets old.
It's a testament to how bad they are. Okay,
it really is. Like, he's not kidding. So, okay, people watching, 10 minutes in, whatever time is edited, a nuclear bomb has went off on Twitch TV. Okay, like we're talking the MOAB, right?
Yeah.
So, how do we recap this? Okay, so effectively, it started off with a production known as Shit Camp, right?
Yes.
Oh, you know the full lore. I thought you wouldn't know. I thought you wouldn't know. I was going to correct you.
I'm gonna go the full lore. Correct me throughout the entire thing. Okay?
I would love to hear your perspective because I've been in it. I have been living it for a month now. It's been great, dude.
Right, now the stakes are a little higher.
Speaking of steak, they've been banned. More on that later.
Oh no! We're gonna get to that, but. So effectively, it started off with a production known as Shit Camp, run by a prominent Twitch streamer known as QT Cinderella.
Yep.
Now, she invited a lot of other popular streamers, one of them notably being XQC. Now, XQC, in traditional XQC fashion,
decided not to show up.
Just didn't bother attending. I don't know if he texted people back and he's like, hey guys, I'm just not going to be there. Just didn't bother showing up.
The reason why they actually figured out was because apparently he said in his offline chat, like, Soda Poppin's not going? Neither am I.
Yeah. So he just didn't show up. It was done with. And obviously you have to understand this pisses people off. When you make a commitment, I believe you have to honor those commitments. Okay?
Dude, when I make organizing a collab, like on Discord, people not showing up is annoying. Okay? Imagine something like a whole camp this.
It's like, it's incredibly disrespectful to the other person too. Like, obviously, like, XQC's probably Twitch's PewDiePie, the largest streamer over there.
Yeah, 100%. From the English-speaking community, for sure.
Yeah, if you make a commitment to even the smallest streamer, right? Like, I believe personally you should honor it, right? You made a commitment, you got to show up for it, whatever your numbers are. You made the commitment, you show up, call it a day.
100%.
Because the other person spends so many hours of their life organizing it, believing that you're committed, you're coming in, and then all of a sudden, last minute, you up their wrench, their plans, and everyone else's plans too. Because if you have 10 people collaborating and one of those 9 people just leaves out, it fucks over the other people too, because they're with the expectation that this is how this thing's structured, this is how it's going to go. All right, fuck it. One of us is a complete imposter. Like, okay, there's a douche among us. Okay, fuck it. So that was the whole situation. Yeah, very sus. So XQC causes it. It starts a whole rift. This guy known as E-Rob, I believe he gets banned.
You know this too. Do you know why?
He got banned because he threatened to like beat up his friend, and Twitch enforcement was like,
he was in Twitch chat.
I'm gonna beat you up.
Chat. Yeah, and he told he was gonna beat some dude's ass at TwitchCon. Which, in case you don't know, like E-Rob is like the Thanos of the Twitch community. Like he once again Thanos got fucked, but pretty much E-Rob attracts every L in the community and like focuses it on himself because he's a jackass. Right, but without E-Rob in the Twitch sphere, the Twitch ecosystem, the L's just start getting tossed out everywhere else amongst every other streamer.
He's like the Meg of like the fucking
Yeah, he's yeah.
Oh, God.
Just get shit on. But so beyond after all of that, like it started to come into this whole fruition, right? So this guy known as Silker. Now this is where I'm really into. This
Slicker.
is a whole video on
Slicker.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's okay.
Whatever. Dyslexia kicks in a little bit, I guess. So Slicker. Okay, Slicker.
Dude.
All right.
Yeah.
And there's two Slicks in this story,
There
but
are,
we're gonna
there
go
are.
with
Well,
Slicker 1. Okay.
Slicker 1.
Now-
Slicker A. The one that scammed Oompy, by the way. Poor Oompy.
Well, this is the video I got for today because I've been accounting everything that he's been doing.
Oh my
So like
God.
this man has scammed, okay, and I mean scammed. All right, I'm not saying this to like I don't even care if Slicker decides to sue me for defamation. Scammed, okay. I think we all can say that.
Pretty sure this isn't
300
defamation.
It's not. Wait, what?
This isn't defamation. He defamed himself. You know.
Yeah, no,
Oh, yeah, well-
you're just stating facts
Yeah.
right now. By the way,
Yeah,
did you
well,
know?
he
Did you know that
admitted.
Slicker stole from me as well? Did you know that?
I did not know
How
that.
much did he steal from you? If you don't mind us asking?
I'll go into the lore after you
Okay.
explain the.
Well, we're going
So-
chronologically. You might as well.
So,
Yes.
so Slicker, all right, has scammed somewhere from the range of a minimum of a measly $300,000 US,
Yeah.
all the way upwards to slightly above $500,000 US dollars. Okay, so there's a hefty range of money
Dude,
taken.
and he's good at it too.
Oh, now Slicker would basically come up, and this would be I'm gonna reenact a Slicker money exchange. Okay, it's like,
hey bruv, I got my bank account shut down today. I got bills to pay. If you can get me like $3,000, I'll pay you back tomorrow. Look, I hate asking you, bruv. I really do. It embarrasses me. If you can't do it, big to you, bruv. But if you can, awesome. So
I'm
he does have to
embarrassed.
Oh,
always-
you missed a part. You missed a part.
I'm so embarrassed to ask. So
Yeah,
embarrassed.
Yeah.
I hate to do this. I swear on my mom. On my mom.
And then he
On
says,
me, mum.
keep it personal. Keep it
No,
personal.
he
Don't talk
said,
about it. Keep it
I'm a
personal. Keep it
religious
personal.
Muslim. I swear on the Quran. He said that too a few times. I've seen.
Yeah, there's like all these lists. It's like, no, I pay you back. I swear to God. I just swore to God right now. I have to pay you back. I'm like, okay, all right.
But I
Sure,
lied to
brother.
God.
Yeah. So yeah. Basically, Slicker was taking thousands of dollars from people, and these thousands of dollars were not going towards bills. They were going towards gambling payments. Now, apparently,
Go.
Slicker
And
was
it
gambling.
all goes full
Nice,
circle.
dude. He'll win it back. He'll win it back.
Well,
He's,
if you
he's
know,
just one
like,
win away from
Yeah,
all
you
this.
gotta be in it to win it.
Listen, mathematically, if you logically think about it, gambling can 200% your money, but you
True.
only lose 100% of it, right? So it's like
It's
fucking
worth.
basic math, right? Like basic math applies. But like when it comes to Slicker's gambling, he was doing like horse betting and all this other bullshit. All the legal forms of gambling is what I would say, right? Like the accepted variety. Now, I'm somebody that I don't care if you gamble or whatnot, but obviously, when you have a gambling addiction and you're scamming people, I believe Slicker should be tried civilly for this. Like this motherfucker should be sued. Money should be like garnished, and the guy should be deleted off Twitch, like not just unpartnered, banned off the platform.
Dude, he
Simple
used
as
his
that.
platform to scam people. That's,
Yeah, you know what I,
that's,
dude,
that's
what I don't-
unacceptable.
What I don't get about Twitch is that these people call it the Slicker drama. Bro, it's not drama, bro. It's like a class
guy's
action
scammed.
lawsuit, bro. Like, what is this dumb shit? Because the Slicker scammed me personally. So what happened was back in March, I did a charity stream for Ukraine, and I raised like $65,000 in like 3-4 hours. Okay, and Slicker actually was like, "Oh, hey, bro, if you need any help with that, I can come in and slide by and help you out." And I was like, "Sure." Streams are easier the more people you have.
Yeah.
Okay. Immediately after, he hits me with the DM, being like, "Thanks for having me on the stream. By the way, tried to get an Uber, couldn't do it. Bank account's locked. You mind sending me $1,000?" I, without hesitation, sent him $1,000 in good faith because Slicker was.
an expensive Uber ride.
Yeah, he got the Comfort XL, like the real
Dude,
luxury shit.
He
It was
drove.
good.
He got an Uber from England to Las Vegas. So.
Yeah.
I think we called that a plane ticket. Bro.
Yeah.
Go on.
So I sent it to him instantly, no hesitation, because I get
Yeah.
it. I understand being in a tight spot. Okay, and I say, just get me back when you can get me back. Okay, 2 weeks later, it says bank account's still locked. Can I get another grand? And I'm like, fuck no, because I'm already in tons of debt myself. I just said, just give me the money back when you can. Next month, I ask nothing. Next month, I ask nothing. Once again, completely locked. Can't do shit. Took 3 months later, and I had to get one of my buddies to directly confront him about it and get my fucking money back. Okay? So I had my buddy, I'll just say it, Mizkif got me my money back from Slicker. He was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Give me my fucking money back.
Oh, so you actually got your money back eventually.
That is what I thought.
Oh.
So.
What?
And this was back in whatever month the 8th month is. I'm stupid, okay? I'm uneducated. Whatever the 8th month is, I don't know which one that is. Okay? But that one. August,
okay.
Sure. I get my money back. And then about 3 days ago, Mizkif invites Slicker on call. And then Slicker says, I didn't actually give Tectone his money back, bruv. I canceled that shit 2 days later. He didn't notice.
That's what he does. He's like, I'm sending you PayPal. PayPal canceled.
He like, oh my god.
Yep. I was so fucking pissed because like I vouched for him. I was like, he got me back after 5 months. I'm sure he's doing what he fucking can. To maybe like 1 or 2 other people. But then to know that I was too much, because like when you stream, like I get like $5 dono, $5 dono, $5 dono, like thousands of donos every single day. It's like when that shit gets canceled, I'm not gonna notice.
Right, of course you don't notice.
There's so much shit coming in.
Right, you're not. It's not like you're gonna go look.
Yeah, exactly. It's like why would I not trust my friend? But then, dude, that shit felt like a stab through my heart. But it got even worse because he also scammed my buddy Lucari, which is one of my closest like content
friends.
He's
Straight up stab in the back right to the face.
Did you see his message with Lucari?
No.
Dude, he was like sending him photos of like him and Lucari hanging out, like hugging, like as bros.
Oh my god.
Yes, as a way to emotionally manipulate him to send him more money. It was fucking disgusting.
Dude, so like, okay, I feel like now that you just explained it, like a gear like completely rotated in my head. That's why he asked money from streamers, because it's like, I always like, so somebody that like does the streaming, like anytime I have like PayPal accounts for like this kind of shit, it's all separated, right? So it's like, I would never have money flowing in.
Right, you would definitely notice if
like I take good care of my accounting, but I have to imagine like most streamers probably just have like one general PayPal account, and then like money flows in and out all the time, so they wouldn't notice it, because if he cancels a donation, like what are you going to do? You're going to go through your entire accounting? You'll just look at the balance and be like, oh, it's higher than yesterday. So therefore,
here's the thing that surprises me about this. Like very often I'll be asked for like, private information or whatever by streamers or YouTubers or whatever. And more often than not, I'm comfortable to actually tell them, because I figure, hey, if they're ever going to reveal that they lied to me and they actually are going to use this information to dox me or whatever, it's their funeral. Like, why would they ruin their own career?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, this logic doesn't work for a gambling addict. I
have one more thing to talk about for Slicker that just made it completely it was already unforgivable. One of the most despicable, disgusting things I've ever seen a human being do on this earth. And I mean that with no exaggeration. So one of his viewers, he asked one of his viewers to help him out. He was asking for $1,000.
I've read him.
A lot of
and so he's like, hey, do you work? No.
Yep.
Well, can you still help? Disgusting shit.
No, but dude, I'm telling you, if you haven't heard this one,
do you work? And he says no, and then he says, but are you an adult?
Yeah.
Does your can you still wire transfer? Like,
dude, so he asked one of the viewers, a long time, like 2-year standing viewer, to help him out with $1,000, and she says sure, like instantly. Okay, Slicker goes back because the chick asked Slicker to get her money back. And he says, oh, I can't do that right now. In a little bit of a spot. Actually, while I'm here, I actually need a little bit more money. Do you mind sending it to me? And she says, actually, I'm in a pretty rough spot. And I'm actually getting chemotherapy treatment.
I saw that. Yes, I did see that as well.
And I need to keep my money for chemotherapy. And he doubles down, asks for it anyways, and puts this chick $7,000 in the hole to where she might not be able to afford her chemotherapy treatment. And he asked for that shit full knowing. One of the most disgusting things I have ever seen.
So can I jump in and ask for some context on this? I don't know much about this situation.
Yeah.
How well off is this streamer? How popular is this guy?
He's not doing well.
Yeah.
At all.
But while he was doing the scamming and before he got exposed.
I think he was sitting at like 5,000 subs on Twitch, right? Like,
I don't think so. I think he was around like 400 to 1,000 viewer count. But let me double check that. Actually, I don't remember him ever being that well off.
I remember him being in like groups with people. No, didn't he like do a lot of collabs with like Greek God, another very well endowed streamer that hasn't fallen off recently?
Yeah, I mean he might have. I've never seen him when he was on top personally. I've only seen him in the past year or so. Maybe he was super crazy back in the day, but. Recently, I haven't seen any of that.
Well, it's super like. This is what I don't understand about it. Okay, like And so obviously there's a degree of empathy from me when it comes to an addict, right? Like a gambling addict. Like I can understand, okay, somebody who's addicted, yeah, they're like, this is the telltale signs. This is why in my personal life, like I don't give money to people that are like this. Because I know there's a reason why I'm so against gambling is because I've had family members that have addictions to it, friends that have developed addictions to it. And for me, it's like...
Me too. I have this friend, Tectone. He spent $500,000 on Genshin Impact.
Okay, you know that's a meme, right? I actually haven't done that. That's 100% a meme.
It's 100%. Okay, so how much have you spent? 150,000?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, then my estimate was good. Okay.
That's a percentage of it.
Here's the difference. I spent all that knowing mathematically that I would make that bet. It was an investment. 100.
But that's what I do at a casino. Yeah, it's like I'm only going to lose 100%.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, as a content creator, like, I could make better content if I spend the money, and it was a business expense.
I'm with you. I was dude, I was joking. Although Genshin is the last haven of legal gambling on Twitch.
Like,
so
my thing with this is like, okay, so when you're gambling and everything, and it's all like good stuff. Like I've had people who come with me, and it's like, can I have money? Because they'll know that I have the money to give them, and I always just say no. I'm like, nah, today, because you're just enabling that kind of behavior, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you want somebody to be helped, you get them like the fucking quick and dirty cold turkey help, and you call it a day. But obviously, while I have a degree of sympathy and like empathy, I guess you could say, like Slicker for scamming the fuck out of cancer patients and just anybody in general, right? Like his friends and family. No disrespect, all fucked up. Now, to move on from this, obviously, because of this whole Slicker drama, or not drama, like, let's not even call it drama. It's like literally like a
crime.
Criminal stuff. So because of the criminal things by Slicker, it started this debate on gambling, right? And we've had this debate for months. I've made videos myself. Me and Coffee have done this for time and time again.
So a funny tweet to note at this time when Slicker got exposed was from Mizkif saying all streamers are horrible people. Anyway, continue.
Ooh.
Yeah,
and boy, that aged like fine fucking wine.
Poor guy.
After this whole like gambling thing, you had Pokimane who came out and said, "Yeah, Twitch stopped gambling." So she started the hashtag, and obviously, the whole thing kicked up again. Now, when I was sitting from the sidelines, I'm like, "We just talked about this months ago." I explained why this was bad months ago. All right, me and Coffee were sitting there discussing why. I'm glad we're talking about it. Now, I'm not one to say we should ban all gambling. Because I think if you ban gambling, you might as well ban streamers from getting drunk and doing all this other adult stuff on stream, right? You should always ban unregulated gambling, right? Especially on crypto casinos or like places where there are no player protections, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of the casinos that streamers will constantly shove in your face rely on lax regulations, basically almost no regulations. They want children to come in, put $100 of mommy and daddy's money in and lose it. Because that's where it is. Develop an addiction on a place where you can't like self-exclude and do all this other shit. So they promote these casinos. They get paid millions of dollars by it. And that's pretty much how it goes. And I've always said this thing. If these streamers did not have partnerships, would they actually still be, quote unquote, addicted to gambling? I don't believe so. Also, the other thing is, would they get the same deal? I think the best example
of that is Steve Will Do It was like, bro, of course I'm not going to spend my own money on gambling. I could lose it.
Yeah.
Like,
yes. The other thing is, like, you have to ask him. Every time I've asked one of these people, I'm like, could you get the same deal from a legal gambling like establishment?
Of course they can.
You can't. You can't. Like, so I'm friends, like close friends with the guy who runs Niagara Falls, right? Like I'm close friends with the whole management on that side. Like I know the Niagara Falls people, and so like I could get a sponsorship for the Falls casinos if I wanted.
Mood, I haven't mentioned that I love you.
I love you. They don't pay nearly close to enough that you would get from these like offshore casinos, right? So obviously, even from like a logical perspective, look, we're all adults, okay? Casinos were designed on the basis of money laundering. First off, right? They're designed to be great havens.
I've seen those are
criminals.
I have a crazy story about my first experience at a casino. Wait, yeah, hold on. This is actually crazy.
Yeah, go for it.
Dude, go ahead. Go
okay,
on.
so first time I ever went to a casino, I was 17. I was not allowed to gamble. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, bro, this might be way too weird. If this is weird, you can edit this out. All right, this is super sus.
We take sus.
So I couldn't. I wasn't allowed to go, so I couldn't do anything. So I told my hotel. I was there for my brother's bachelor party. Okay, and he was pissed because he wanted to go see Penn and Teller, and they were canceled. And my brother's a fucking man-child, so he cried about it. Anywho, so I'm laying down on the floor in this hotel called the Bellagio.
Oh, that's the biggest
message,
hotel, no?
Yeah, and I get a message from my stepmom. And she sends me a photo of herself nude with a dress next to it saying, hey, think about wearing this next time I see your father. What do you think about it?
What?
It was the craziest shit.
What did you respond back? You're like, hell yeah, I think it'll work.
Send more pics for research purposes.
No, I did. I was like, okay, how's it going to look from the back? And then she sent me another photo. Because I'll be real, dog. That was like, it was weird.
You should have been like,
it was super weird.
What's your room number? The resolution's not so clear on it.
But yeah.
Oh, that
was a very short-lived relationship. But my stepmom and my father, I think that was his 5th divorce. So that was
Holy moly.
Yeah, I think my dad's been divorced 7 times. I think that was a journey, dude. That was a journey.
Your dad's just collecting these things like your Pokemon.
Plus, my dad was like 68, and his and my stepmom was like 29, 31, somewhere around there. So,
bro, you had the fucking Brazzers experience.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome, bro. It was awesome.
Sick.
Yeah,
I don't think we don't need to cut that. That's a nice healthy.
That's a nice story.
Yeah, that's a nice healthy redneck family.
Bro,
dude,
you were in Las Vegas. I'm sure that was going on at least 6 times in the Bellagio.
Yeah, dude. Oh my, dude.
Come on.
Vegas was crazy, bro. Like even seeing like the hooker cards was insane. Like they would give you.
I didn't get that this time, but I didn't walk on the stretch. No, I got that first time I went, but this time I was like. I wasn't on the strip long enough that I was collecting them off. Like it's weird because like usually it's all like the old like Mexican grandmothers that hand out those cards, and I'm just like, I was like, oh hell yeah, let's get. I want to get all of them. I want to get all the starters here. Let's go.
Yeah.
But yes, obviously on the topic of gambling, the sponsorships that these people would take would come from rather shadier places, and that's all it is. Now Twitch is straight up issued that they're not going to allow this, I think, next month, if you're gambling on any of these like shady casinos and whatnot, which is a big thing.
It's more than shady, illegal, right? It's illegal in the US, right? So.
Yeah, illegal for Americans to be siphoning their money into an office. Yeah, exactly. And I think I personally believe, like, I don't think Twitch is a fucking benevolent company that did this out of the fucking, because they definitely profited off and made a lot of money doing this. So I think the only reason
I think the hate got to them. Like they've been getting.
I don't think it's the hate, Nux. I don't think it's just the hate. I think it's the fact that these casinos are ripe to get investigated by the Department of Justice. And if the DOJ like looks into the casinos and it's like, oh shit, where are the majority of people coming from, or a good chunk of them, and they look at an American company known as Amazon that's been facilitating this, that's like Amazon. I think Amazon probably memoed them down. It's like, hey, listen, I know we let you guys do whatever the fuck you want, but like this is not up for debate. Like, do not work with this company. Do not allow this to be streamed on our platform, because if the Department of Justice comes on our ass for possibly aiding the facilitation of like illegal gambling, we're fucked. Like we're really.
But don't worry, guys. We'll let you take more money from streamers instead.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a sponsor move too, because nobody wants to advertise their product on a platform where immediately after that, I mean, children can go watch gambling streams. It's I know we want to paint this as a kumbaya, look how good Twitch is, but it 100% is a brand deal, like a sponsor.
Of course,
move,
it's not. It has nothing to do with, I think, like actual community decision. Like,
of course.
For the sake of the children watching Twitch, yeah, right.
Because I think what happens is like, so the way that I always look at this, I'm like, if you know when you Google something like Twitch, and you know how they have like the news squares right above. That's what I always look at it. I'm like, oh, when it shows up in the Google News squares and it's bad, that's when that's when like the companies listen, you know, that's when like the mainstream articles come out and they're like, none of that shit. They want none of that crap. And
have y'all heard of
immediately cut it?
Have y'all heard of the rumors about Twitch after dark? Have you heard about that?
No.
Really?
Is it like?
Yeah, there's been like these rumors circulating around, which I think there actually might be more than rumors. I've heard about it from so many different people. But like Twitch is thinking about rolling out a program where at like certain hours of the day, once again, like at night. But yeah, maybe you can Google Twitch after dark.
No way. I heard about this, but I thought it was a meme.
Zach Busey is
I'm not sure if it's a meme, and I'm pretty sure that it's not. I mean, we'll see. But like, think about having like more adult content on their program to allow more adult sponsorships to support those type of multifaceted deals. But I mean, we'll see. I mean, if they're banning gambling, I doubt they're going to let any streamers go live and start fucking themselves on camera with like Pornhub sponsorships on their stream, but we'll see.
Now, I know we talk about gambling, but I think we got to address the second big bombshell in the news, okay? Now, if gambling was the first nuke that dropped, well, the second nuke that got dropped was even larger, magnitudes larger.
Yep.
Now, in a discussion on Twitter, I think Miskiff mentioned, like, Trainwrecks and Miskiff got into a little spat. Now, Trainwrecks is a wild fucking character, okay? Very wild. So Miskiff talked about apparently like Train pulling off some Jolt coin, alt shit coin thing or whatever. I don't know. I think it was.
I think it all started because gambling was a large discussion at this point, right? So
well, and they were listen. When you're talking about gambling, you're right. You're silently alluding to XQC and Trainwrecks, right? Like you're basically
it's like
saying
a subtweet.
Their name. Yeah, exactly. You're subtweeting.
Well, I mean,
them,
it's their fault, you know.
I mean, that's what they do. Of course.
No, that's valid. Yeah, 100%.
So, like, obviously, what'll happen at that point is they were obviously getting subtweeted. Trainwrecks jumps in after the Jolt coin tweet, and he's just like, what about the sexual assaults you guys covered up? Now, of course, like, normal, level-headed, rational people, we were all freaked the fuck out. You know?
Yep.
Like, I remember distinctly, I was playing some fucking Cyberpunk on my computer, and I look to the right, and I read this tweet, and I just like, huh. You know, you can't just tweet that out, Trainwrecks, and not give more context.
See, I don't know. I just hate this whole situation because if it's true and you knew about it for so long, why aren't you also covering it up by not saying anything?
Exactly.
It's only now that you're
1,000,000% yes.
Like now that you're using it, you're using it as a weapon now because he pissed you off because he's talking about gambling.
Well, their argument was like it's really up to the person, like the victim, to state. And I'm like, okay, so if it's up to the victim,
so then you can't blame him either. It's like in my
if that's the argument to go with, sure, okay, let's plateau on that for a second. Why would you still be communicating with people that you know are covering up a sexual assault? Like, here's the thing: if hypothetically, let's say like one of us did it, right? Like, out of one of us, the other three would never communicate.
Yeah, that would be the end of the podcast.
1,000,000,000%.
That would be it,
right? Like, we would never communicate. We'd be out of it, right? Like, we'd extend all of our assistance to the victim. We'd probably try to push for them to like expose or like, you know, fucking talk about this. But at like minimum, we would cut off all connections with everyone. But these people were still buddy, you know. So it's like, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
And
like,
what else was weird was that like the reactions of the other streamers, like Hassan and Pokimane, they're like, "Hey, you covered up sexual assault." It's like, okay, what is okay? Like that? It's a bombshell. Why are you just reading it like it's I
was like, guys, it's not like a joke thing or whatever. This is like a fucking very like again. People on the side are so weird to call anything like drama. Like here, let me tell you what drama is. Okay, drama is like Trisha Paytas naming her fucking child Malibu Barbie or something. Okay, that's fucking. I don't even think that's drama. That's
tea.
Hilarious.
That's tea. That's not drama. That's
like,
a whole different.
Like drama is like fucking, you know, two streamers getting into like a fucking spat over like some video
drama
game shit.
Drama is XQC saying that Hassan is like a fake commie bastard because he doesn't donate.
Drama is
money.
Drama is like art, okay? He's not a real modern warfare gamer like me. Like, it's fucking drama, okay? Like having some dumbass beef, stupid shit, you know, fucking could be solved with a few drinks, right? Sure. Criminal shit like concealing sexual assaults, that's not drama. Like, you have to get to the bottom of that, you know? Like, you have to investigate that thoroughly to make sure it's not happening to other people. Like, we only know of one case, but I believe if one assault is concealed,
then there's probably something else going on too.
What do we not know about? Like, people said that this is like old drama. I'm like, if it was really old drama, like, or like old like information, why the fuck is everyone so surprised about it now?
No,
or like, why bring it up to rephrase?
Okay, so that's not the new info. Mm-hmm. The rehash shit was like there was like slurs being said from 2018.
Well,
that was the rehash.
That's old drama.
That's the old drama. The sexual assault and the sexual assault cover up. That's the new drama.
To be fair though, he did manage to. He said like every slur.
Miskiff in the DMs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was collecting them like fucking Pokemons, bro. Like, come on.
Not that Ice Poseidon's any saint either for revealing it. Like, he said worse, he's done worse, and he scammed his audience for $500,000 like a few months ago.
I mean, like, I wasn't at first when I heard he said like fucked up shit in the DMs. I thought he was like making like it was like fucking jokes about like, you know, tragedies or something. And I was like, I'm not going to judge Miskiff because I've said worse shit in like Discord calls, and then I actually read the Discord messages, and it was like,
yeah.
there's a nice African American man in my car. You all can convert that in your head if you want.
Yeah.
But I was like, damn, who even types like this?
See, what
So
I was,
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of psychology. I read up a lot on like the human mind and all that shit. And I'm a firm believer that you are the person you are the 5 people that you surround yourself with the most. And let's be real, Mizkif in 2018 was involved with some very, very bad people. Case in point, Ice Poseidon. And so in my humble opinion, not excusing anything that was said, nor is Mizkif going to excuse anything that he said from 2018, but when you hang out with the wrong people, you act a certain way, and let's just be real, dude. I mean, if those were the quote-unquote jokes that he was saying, I can't imagine what the other people were saying, which just makes everything even fucking worse because...
To be honest, I don't really think people... At this point, it's just dogpiling. I remember when I got like into drama and I got canceled or whatever.
Which time? Out of the thousands?
The one big one. The one that made me start calling all the other little cancellations just like, it's just Twitter being Twitter.
Why don't you tell the friends at home what you're doing?
Oh, God, not again.
Yeah,
Don't
I
make
actually
me
don't know this. I didn't know that
You
you
know
were...
this story, bro.
Well, I didn't know you were Omega canceled. What happened with the Omega canceled?
Oh, I
VShojo.
exposed this doxer guy that was impersonating VShojo, and I spoke to VShojo beforehand, and they even tweeted basically saying that, oh, yes, thank you so much for working with us on this video and this research and all that.
Oh,
And-
that one. Okay, I know that one.
And then all of the talent basically collectively came together to blast me and try to come up with things that I've done in the past and stuff to like kind of ruin my career and stuff. So that was the Omega canceled. And it was really bad.
For doing the right fucking thing, by the way.
And then, of course,
love it.
VShojo deleted their tweet. It was so messy. And
I really hope I never have to consider one of my cancellations an Omega cancel. That would
no,
be...
this was an Omega cancel. It was
That sounds
Omega.
pain, bro.
It was so bad. And what I find weird about this like Mizkif thing, I've had more people, like at least maybe I just saw it because it was from my perspective. But when I got canceled, I was just seeing tweets like, oh, that Nux guy, I always knew he was a terrible person. And then, of course, I proved that I was, I was never told not to post the video. And in fact, it was lies being spread about me. So that was nice. But the fact that so many people that I barely knew, or even that I somewhat knew, just like would turn on me instantly, I find it weird that for something like covering up sexual assault, there isn't more of a mob like among content creators trying to like...
I can assure you, there is a really big mob.
Oh, there's a huge mob. Mizkif's much bigger than I am, and the hate he's getting does not compare to what I... Well, what he did not compare to what I did. Like,
there's a very big mob. So OTK is kind of handling it because they removed Miz from OTK.
I thought he was on hiatus.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much... He's on hiatus, and what's happening is in about 3 weeks, there's going to be a private investigator that's going to be researching what's happening, going through all of his personal information, and figuring out whether he did or did not do that. Because that's pretty much the only way that you can handle it. Because it's very hard to come back from a claim of, "Hey, bro, you were covering up for sexual assault."
Yeah, absolutely.
And like, I mean, how do you clear yourself of that? Like, you pretty much have to hire a PI.
I have no idea. Look, I can't judge what happened. I wasn't there. All I know is that
it's going to be like a private investigator, and like people are going to come in and like basically audit everything that's gone on. And if he turns out that he's completely clean, which, I mean, innocent until proven guilty, but like fucking you can apply a fair, rational like logic to the situation and say, given past statements and how this has gone on, probably he won't be coming back. I'd wager I would gamble on that he wouldn't be coming back, so to speak. I mean, it really does depend. It's just so wild to see the situation happen, and I don't know, it's disgusting like to see that. Back in the day, I said this, I'm like, back in the day, like drama for us used to be like, something really petty and dumb, right? It used to be like a scandal in our community used to be really petty and dumb back in the day.
It used to be cheating at Minecraft,
Yeah,
I miss those days. I really miss those days.
To be fair, I've looked back at that time period of like early Minecraft days, and this stuff was going on. It just wasn't being reported.
Mm-hmm.
There was predators in the community back then. I've been told about things.
No, but even before that, you know, it's like when you looked at the COD community, it was like, oh shit, this guy faked his like world record, fucking like destroy this man and bury him alive. But now it's like concealment of like sexual assault. It's just, especially at an organizational level, you know, like at a level where like the founder is involved or one of the main ones, you know.
Yeah, and the other issue is that people were kind of using that to like push their agenda and affect their social hierarchy and the Twitch rankings by saying,
so disgusting.
Dude, it's the worst because like let's say for just for the exact example is like one person in the org messed up, right? And so now anybody in that org or anybody related to that org is awful, which is just
disgusting.
Yeah.
These people are using like these blanket statements, these vague generalizations. Like XQC, for example, is doing so many fucking vague statements because he knows what he's doing. There's no way that he doesn't know what he's doing by saying, "Oh, all of OTK, all friends of OTK are horrible people."
Well, he's a drama monger, right?
And
like that's
and like yeah, and like once again, I don't like to overshare, but it's important for me to say for like. To why this subject is very sensitive to me. I get very choked up when I talk about this. I am also a victim of sexual assault, and I wasn't able to open up about that for a decade after it happened because it's scary. It's really, really, really scary. But like the shit that Slick did was completely unforgivable. Yeah. And like his actions are having ripple effects on like every other person. So he needs to, and he is going to be removed from Mrs. House.
I was really disgusted to see like other creators, like I think it was Justa Minx, who was like, I was watching like a clip of her and she like tried downplaying like what he did for a minute, and I was like, how can you like in all consciousness like say that? Like how can you, even if it's like you're like in a manic state right now, like how do you like downplay something? Like this is why people don't come out, is because the moment that people do come out, you have like a big chunk of people trying to like protect their own or like downplay it to or like
victim blaming is fucking disgusting.
Exactly. It's like, dude, it takes so much energy to come out, you know, to like have the bravery to do it, and now you being in that position of power, that position of influence, are like completely downplaying it. Like the fuck is wrong with you? Like it's insanity to me that we live in a world where that's actually happening and that's still a thing. And it's like, especially from a community that knows better, you know, this is a community that will police everyone else, right? Like I think we all say raunchy shit all the time, but when it comes to being an adult and a professional, time to fucking, you know, take all the edge off and like take all the, you know, goofy stuff off and be a real adult. But these people, when confronted with the situation, still fall back to like the most brain dead maneuvers, right? Like somebody has been like hurt in one of the worst ways possible, and you can only come out and defend your own, like, or downplay like a very serious situation, like you.
Yeah.
Like everything about it. I don't know. So it's super weird, super.
I wouldn't really say it's weird. I would just say it's really fucking gross how much it's been happening lately. And
yeah, I mean, like when I say it's weird, it's like to me, I just can't like process like why somebody would do that.
It's very hard.
It's not normal.
Yeah, and there's still so many variables happening every single day with like updates happening every single fucking day, but
yeah,
we just have to see. I mean, I don't know when this is going to be posted. I mean, who knows what new information is going to be presented, if there's going to be any new dramas.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's not, but in my opinion, I'm just like, listen, I'll be real. I've known Mizkif for about a year now, and Mizkif has been nothing but good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'm just sitting here hoping that the PI comes out and says that there was nothing serious that happened.
Yeah, I think that's all we can really hope for. It's really like, this is going to be something that you find out a month from now anyways, right? Like around there when this whole thing gets completely audited and done. And at that point, the whole landscape is going to be kind of different. It's going to kind of change. I feel like with how Twitch has been in the last couple of days, something new has probably already come out and we're just talking and completely missing it, you know? It's like,
and also, like, to Adriana as well, I hope that she's feeling better now than she probably was, because I mean, I hope that she doesn't feel guilty about having to speak out her concerns, because I feel horrible for her. I feel absolutely horrible, and like anybody affected, like it's
I feel like we should like have a system where like, listen, any woman that has like faced this, it's not normal. It's never okay to like can feel like you have to compromise or downplay your own trauma just because you want to be part of a group, or you have to feel like you have to be part of a group.
I feel like it's kind of the toxic environment of Twitch as well. Like streamer culture is so reliant. Well, it's true. It's everything. It's in every situation. It's every company. But on Twitch or as a streamer, so much of your audience is reliant, or growth is reliant on other streamers, right? So if there's like a group of big streamers and you're not friends with them, it will actively hurt you every single day of your career.
Well, yeah, if you ostracize yourself completely from the circle, you're out.
So if
like,
Adriana is told, listen, you could be in with the cool kids, just keep your mouth shut, and she's like, well, what am I picking here? My future or, justice?
I think the really disgusting part is that Crazy Slick, when you know a big streamer, like this is the responsibility that all big streamers have. If you are friends, very close friends with a big streamer, you also you garner a lot of power. You do. So Crazy Slick was able to use his influence by being Mizkif's actual best friend to do whatever it is and impose whatever it is that he wanted to do, which is horrifying.
Yeah, because at that point, inputting a suggestion is as easy as like talking to your buddy on Discord or like.
Dude, they lived in the same house, right?
Yeah,
they were in the same
they
house.
did in the same house. Yeah.
It's like you could just go up to the room, open a beer, and be like, "Yeah, this person, I don't think they should really have a platform or whatnot." And then the other, as long it's easy to plant the seed, and you're right, having that connection to like one of the largest names in the
industry
system. Yeah, in the industry.
I mean, it unironically affects small scale content creators as well. 100%. Like even I have people going to try to, dude, it's so cringe. I have Discord mods that have people who like they meet a new friend on like VR chat, and then all of a sudden, like 3 weeks, 4 weeks into the relationship, they're like, when can we hang out with Tectone? When can we hang out with Tectone? I heard that guy's dope. We should hang out with that guy. And then so it's like even people who I know can't trust anybody because everybody is trying to get close to everybody for clout. Everybody is trying to use that clout to do or superimpose whatever fucking will they have on other people for the sake of either not being canceled or to garner some form of traction and relevancy. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Dude, I just got an email like a week and a half ago. This dude saying that if I don't wingman him to a certain female streamer, he will commit suicide and his blood will be on my hands.
What the?
So like
man.
you get.
Wait, I said that to you?
Video.
No. What?
I was like, that sounds awfully familiar to the message I sent out.
So
I was like, I made sure.
This guy wanted to hook you up with hook him up with Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it wasn't Pokemon.
And you denied him that?
Wasn't Pokemon.
Sure, it was. It's always Pokemon.
That's always the queen. That's if it's any other woman, they're just using them to get to Pokemon.
How did you respond to him?
I didn't
just
respond.
ignore
I just didn't. I didn't.
Yeah, that's the smart way to do it.
You were just like, well, this is not on my hands. Well, so I think after all, the Crazy Slick did go disappear. That they found him, right? Like he was talking about suing people. Like fucking mentioned somebody like Johnny Depp, like parallel to like the court case. I'm like, what? And then he deletes it and goes missing. And I'm like, okay, it's a little wild shit tonight.
Yeah, he was found the other night.
Yeah, I heard.
I've learned one thing. I'm like, it just feels like this brand of like streamers, and this exists everywhere, but it's like hella clicky. It felt like looking at high school. Like these people were like, it was like, here's a really serious like sexual assault allegation. Now here's the people involved acting like they're in a high school clique. Like, what the fuck, guys? Okay,
yeah,
stop that bullshit for a minute. Come over here. Like last night I put on the stream from XQC, like
that was a mistake.
They were just stream. Well, I had to turn off XQC because during the discussion of like a sexual assault thing, that dipshit just keeps putting on like music, and I don't even care. Like I just don't give a fuck. Like just clip this all you want, but I fucking cannot stand that fucking idiot. Like in the middle of a serious discussion, he's like playing with like classical music, like bringing it up. I'm like, dude, this is a serious situation. I'm trying to listen in on it, okay? Like, just tone down the fucking brain damage real quick, okay? Like, apply a Band-Aid or something. I had to turn off and switch to a different streamer because I'm like, this guy's just fucking deranged.
I'll be honest. I just think XQC is not that smart. Like, I can't fault him for stuff like this.
Just because he's not smart doesn't mean that he okay.
Also, I don't think he has any empathy. But aside from that, he's a great guy. No.
Yeah, like you can be stupid. Yeah.
Okay, dude. Oh,
you see, I feel like you can be stupid as fuck, but that still never excuses like fucking your shitty behavior. You know, it's like you're.
Well, the problem is that everybody sucks his dick. It's constant, bro. The amount of sucking that happens to X is crazy. every chat I go to, every tournament I go to, it's like, oh, fucking XQCL. I love you, dude. You're my juicer. All this bullshit.
You should be like, yeah, XQCL.
Yeah.
You should be like, yeah.
Didn't he just break up with his girlfriend like on stream? Like it was like some reality TV.
I know.
Did you see that?
And then,
That's some
and then he
pretty
just
good content.
he uploads that right to his channel. I'm like,
Right to his channel.
This is how like,
and then you know what he
content
does?
brained
The
you
next
are.
day, he calls her on stream. I don't understand.
Oh, that was like, yeah.
Like I
Go ahead.
I got to be honest. In a weird way, I respect that you're able to commit to live streaming every aspect of your life for the attention. It's just no care in the world.
Do you want to know why that XQC does that, or at least my perception of it?
Why?
Well, I mean, yes,
attention,
obviously, the
for views,
longer you
people
stay
engaged.
live, the more relevant that you can be. I mean,
And he's live for 10 hours a day.
Yes, and the other thing is because let's be real, dude. People, XQC and Trent have done horrible things, horrible things. A lot of streamers have, but like if you don't,
I don't really know anything XQC's done specifically aside from gambling. I just think he's not that smart. I don't think he's like actually vindictive.
you're trying to get a collab with them.
Yeah, he gambles and
I really have no
watches,
idea.
copyrighted content.
Okay, well, real quick.
I'm never going to collab with him after doing this podcast.
The longer you stay live, the less time there is for any type of drama to like spread and become longer, because people have a way to bring forth the issues to you immediately. The longer a content creator is offline, that's why when people get quote unquote like canceled and all that shit, like taking time off is not the right solution to that. Because like people want an answer. So if you stay live and give them an answer, if you give them your side, like that's very important to do. So people who are online are more immune to drama.
Yeah, I disagree.
Explain why.
I think if you're being exposed for, I believe if you're being exposed for something serious, the worst thing to do is go on a deranged rant on a live stream. Concise statement.
Oh, but you can do a concise statement and then go back to your normal broadcast.
Personal experience, okay? When I got canceled, if I would have gone live right when I got like blasted by all these people, I would have like started pulling up all their past controversies and saying, "Oh, you think I'm a bad person? You're pulling up all my past? Oh, you know what this person's done?" Like that would have been my knee-jerk reaction. It's because I spent the time thinking about it and gathering the receipts and putting together an argument that I'm alive today.
Okay, let me rephrase that. If you're being canceled, if you're being canceled for shit that you know you did not do,
yeah, like what I did,
doesn't matter.
I did not do anything wrong.
You should just do a concise Twitter statement.
I don't know, dude. Because I'm just like, if like let's say you get accused of this horrible shit, and then you do stay offline for like a month. Obviously, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, this guy's fucking trash. This guy's awful." Like clearly, he was wrong.
I think it also depends on what we're talking about, like the seriousness of that. Like,
yeah, no, of course,
right?
of course, 1,000,000%, of course.
Like, fucking, if like, I think for sex stuff though, it's like you like I generally am the agreement that you gotta like package your stuff together and not be knee jerk so hard, because if you're knee jerk into it, like you make way more mistakes. Perfect example is like Sky Williams. Like we remember Sky Williams, right? Like when he got fucking
dude.
destroyed.
Oh my god, I have a story about him.
Let me guess. Like, can I guess? So you're at a casino and he sends you a picture of his stepmom.
Sends me a photo of his cock. No, so way back in the day, way back. I'm talking way back. My buddies used to play with Sky Williams on League of Legends. I'm not going to say their names because I don't talk to these guys anymore. But anywho, I would tell my buddies like my jokes. My buddies would steal my jokes and they would say them to Sky Williams, like try to be like funny and like pander to him. And then Sky Williams would take all of my jokes. So I thought that was cool. That's how I knew that I was funny. If streamers are stealing my jokes, I'm like, all right, maybe I'm onto something here.
Tell us one of these.
No.
Give us
On
good.
command.
Give us one of these fine jokes.
No, I'm not your monkey, bro. I will not dance for you.
Well, you got us all excited.
Yeah, that's all right, dude.
Well,
Trust me, I'm hilarious. I am hilarious. Trust me, dude. You have to take my word for it.
We know.
Actually, my bank account's locked right now. But if you can loan me $1,000, I can probably give you a joke or two.
Bro, I believe that. Let's go.
Yeah, just send it.
No, but like the thing with like Sky Williams is like, so obviously you remember when he made that like live stream and it came out impromptu.
Yeah.
And this is like, so this live stream is where like the biggest memes were made. Okay, like I remember the doc. I remember looking at all the fucking in-game maps stolen and like shared around the Sky Mansion memes, and like it like he just kept contradicting. He kept like fucking making obtuse statements, and then people had to run in, and like one of his roommates, I believe, like pulled out the fucking router, and it's like, all right, no more streaming any of that. And so like when he burned it so hard the first time, when he came back for the second. Because he made a whole like dedicated YouTube video. No one even cared about that because they already were like so rubbed off wrong from the first time. So I really think like your response, the first one you give, is the most important.
I think it's because look, XQC may not be intelligent, but I don't think he's ever been accused of sexual assault or covering up sexual assault. That's why he's able to just be live 10 hours a day and answer.
Train has.
Okay, but Train, I think everyone thinks he's kind of a scumbag. No, like,
okay. Wait, Train's done what?
Yeah, no, Train's been accused of some very serious shit.
Okay, but it's not substantiated, right?
Here, let me Google it.
Yeah. Like my thing with XQC and Train is like I just don't like both of them because they promote such a shitty fucking service to like their fans. Those same like gambling sites. That's about it. Like I have nothing like. I assume beyond that they're probably like okay people, but I would never get along with either or of them, and vice versa. Simple as that. Like they're like this is the thing that some of these parasocial kids have to understand. Most adults, like in this situation, they're probably some of them are probably not going to like each other. Like it's okay to not like XQC. You don't have to like suck. You don't have to like make sure everyone appreciates the juicer.
Dude, you're lucky you're not a streamer or you have. Okay, I saw the best Aiden Ross clip of all time. All right, you say your thing first.
No, well, I'm saying like Aiden Ross, who's like every time I see him on like one of these streams and it's like people don't like him, he gets like really hurt inside. I'm like, man up, bitch. People aren't gonna like you, okay? You do shit that isn't warranted respect. That's it. Call it a day. Go off though. You go ahead.
So Aiden Ross had a clip where he was talking about politics. And he was saying that he likes Trump more than Biden. And the reason why is because Biden is anti-abortion.
What the? Wait, whoa. Hold up. Sorry,
and then they're like,
so...
what do you mean?
No.
And they said to him, like, no, he's actually the one that's pro-abortion. And it's like, then why did they ban it? He's the president. You ever heard of the Supreme Court? And he's like, what? Oh. The president can't just make laws?
This is the thing that like makes me sad. It's like, people are like, fucking the education system is all dead and shit. And I'm like, no, not really. And then Aiden Ross comes by and fucks up my whole argument to other people. I'm like, yeah, I guess that kid is like exceptionally fucking dumb. Like, listen, XQC's not that dumb, okay? I believe XQC's got like a fucking bachelor's degree in like engineering or something, right?
There's no fucking shot that dude has any education, bro. There is no way.
Well, XQC? I thought he did. I thought he was like a chemical engineer.
There's no way.
XQC,
bro.
well known for his PhD in neuroscience.
Well, I thought I actually legit the whole time thought he was like educated. Like I thought he actually had like a fucking education. Like he went to like bachelor's or something, and then he got into esports. Like what? Was I gaslighting myself?
Dude, okay. Well, clearly I don't know what the fucking bootleg university he went to get that, but there is no fucking way. Also, I looked into the train wrecks thing, and apparently there was some bullshit. Once again, this is what the internet says. I don't know what came of it, but apparently he was like giving staff, like Twitch staff, like $50,000 in Bitcoin currency, and then he told Alinity back in 2018 that he would like rape her.
Okay, that's pretty messed up.
I mean, like I guess she threw a fucking cat, but like that's a pretty big leap. Also, Jesus Christ!
Weird fact: when I first heard about Alinity with the PewDiePie and like the cat throwing shit, I thought she would be an absolute piece of shit. But I met her, and she's actually quite delightful. She is a very sweet person in real life, which you probably wouldn't think that, but she's actually quite sweet.
Yeah,
Look, everyone's known for their worst moments, like.
No, Muda, go ahead. What happened?
Well, I would never know that because me and Alinity have each other completely on block. We're just.
Wait, really? What happened? What happened between you and her?
I don't know. She's just like, I don't know. I just like tweeted, like I made a meme tweet about it. I'm like, oh, she's just throwing her cats around. I'm like, all right, boys, like, dumbass, and then blocked. And then like I didn't know that until I had her blocked. Like I blocked her, and I was like, all right, maybe I'm too mean. Unblock. Oh, you blocked me? Fuck you, bitch! You're going back to the block list.
So here's two things that I've learned. So Twitch has become very different. Because back in the day, it used to be like, and it still kind of is. It's just like, who can virtue signal the hardest? who can say they're the best person,
I've noticed
the
that.
biggest, right? And it's like there used to be, and there still is, a dick measuring contest of who is the best, most pure streamer. When reality now it's becoming who is the least shit. Which I mean, I agree. It's just who is the least
Honestly,
shitty
that
streamer.
sounds like that sounds like an improvement. In all honesty.
Yeah, but it's bad, man. And the other thing that's very difficult, that's kind of related, also kind of not related, learning like every content creator's like web. And like who is allowed in that web, who is not allowed in that web, who do these people fucking hate and will not interact, who are you allowed to talk to if you become friends with this content creator. It became so...
I hate that. That's so gross.
Dude, I hate that fucking shit too. That's why, like, no joke.
Dude, I don't even entertain that. Like, it's so interesting. Like,
I don't engage that at all. When people try to pull me into that stuff, I say I'm just doing this is a business to me. I'm like,
look, I got my friends on here. Like, I consider everyone here like a friend of mine. But like, when it comes to like, you got to pick and choose. Like, it's interesting because when you talk to like anybody in the commentary thing, like if you happen to be a mutual between Keemstar and Ethan Klein, stay fucking. Listen, all right, boys.
You mean like you?
There's like a fucking land. Yeah, exactly. There's like this is like you're literally walking on a like minefield the whole time. It's like
dude, I hate when Keemstar is the most sane person on Twitter. It's always such a dark day.
You gotta back away from all that because it's like fucking you. It's like I just tell them like we're not here to pick sides or whatever. I'm like you got your beef with somebody, you got your beef, but it's like I'm cool with everybody. If I'm not cool with you, I'll make it very apparent. Like me and Ice Poseidon. We'll never be friends. Never, ever. Like, that motherfucker could message me and be like, I changed. And I'm like, sure you have, buddy. Sure you have. Okay.
Like, I don't know if y'all can ever relate to this. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But, like, I'm a person where, like, I do dream of the day where, like, I'm able to stop being a content creator and hopefully keep my content creator friends as just, like, friends. But, like, it's fucking exhausting how each time I want to hang out with one of my buddies on stream, there's a chance that somebody says, saw you hanging out with that guy on stream. So what's that about? It's fucking exhausting, bro. It's fucking exhausting.
I've had that happen with Caleb and Nux, by the way, too. I've had that happen with both of you guys. And
you had it with like, Caleb? I'm so happy it wasn't just me. Like, oh my god.
They're like, how can you hang out with Caleb? He platforms like Andrew Tate. I'm like, what Caleb does on his channel is his own thing, but I know him on a personal level. If you think I'm going to cut off my friendships because you have a different, you can go fuck yourself. All right, simple.
But you're
a
fan of the Top G?
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of the Top G.
Oh, okay.
Nobody is. It's just like he had him on like for an interview, and it's like he fucking brought him on, talked to him, and it's like he wasn't even like supporting him. It's like just the fact that they saw both of them in the same video. It didn't even
same
watch
TikTok
the video.
clip,
like,
you know.
Dude, did you see what happened to Tate though? The Top G?
Oh, complete banning?
Fucking Uber said you can't Uber anymore, bro. Did you see that
shit? What?
Yeah, Uber said you're not allowed to Uber.
That's
Andrew
amazing.
Tate.
I love that.
Like, dude, that dude got
he got EDP'd, bro. He
got Buster called. He got Buster called from One Piece, bro. Like, no, he was not allowed to do shit.
Finally, a One Piece reference on this podcast.
Wait, he's not allowed on Uber or anything?
Yeah, he got blocked on a whole shit. I think he got blocked on like just like DoorDash too. Like he got.
Dude, that's criminal, bro.
Yeah, Andrew Tate
Top G has
Uber.
to
What
go
does
to
it matter? Like he's got a
Top
Bugatti,
G, but he has to drive to McDonald's to get.
Here we go.
Why would I Uber?
Facebook, Twitter, Insta, Uber, Airbnb blocked and canceled his accounts.
That's
nice.
That's fucking insane. He's got to get his like. He's got to get his hotels off Trivago and shit. Poor guy.
Yeah, fuck, bro. It's hard out there, man.
Oh, it's hard on these streets with that. Well, I mean, like, if he gets banned off Uber, I'm like, can I really feel bad? It's like, if I have a Bugatti, of course I'm ripping that shit down to Macdon's. You think I'm paying to sit in somebody else's car? I have, like, quote unquote, the best in my house. No, it's. The whole Tate shit is insane, and I saw a podcast again with him recently on like some fucking rando that I never heard of before, and it was like 4 million views. I feel like banning the guy has just made him way more popular on like other circles. Like it's people are like, oh, now his reach now he can't reach the average person on YouTube. I'm like, bro, he's still spreading like wildfire. Like he's still like people still talking. The other day I saw him trending with like 70,000 tweets on like fucking Twitter. So it's like, where's the ban effect? Like, what happened here? I got fucking shit on for the idea that saying, like, listen, banning Andrew Tate's just gonna make him more popular. And then like all these fucking literal worms come out and fucking tell me that I'm wrong, and I'm like, 2 months later, am I wrong? Am I really?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, 100%. No, yeah, that is true, dude. Banning can be. I mean, I'll be real. I've never been banned on Twitch. I don't know why. Because like
either,
I have,
to be honest,
I've accidentally jerked off on stream, and I've also accidentally shown porn on stream, which was very unlucky.
yeah, DSP Gaming did that, and he never got banned.
Really? Yeah, dude, so yeah, I was I think 27 days into a subathon, and I woke up and like for like 20 seconds I was like, holy fuck! Like you start up the day. I start up every day by jerking off. That's my ritual. I wake up, I jerk off, and I go do my job. But I woke up, started that, and then I covered it up as me scratching my leg. Thankfully, I have a very small cock, because otherwise I would have been in some. Yeah, thank God. Otherwise it would have been real rough. And then I had a VTuber friend. I'm not going to say their name out of respect to them. But they were like, "Oh, look at all this R34 I got. Look how popular I am on R34." And I pull it up, and I'm like, "Oh, great, cool." And then I close it, and then I open up my Google Chrome again, and it has a feature where it pulls up the last tab that you had opened. And that shit got blasted on my Twitch, and I was like, "Oh." Fuck, bro.
I had that on Twitch once. I was like typing up like Sonic inflation, like fucking, and then
I was just doing, just typing that,
There you go. I typed in Sonic inflation, hit the Google images, and like fucking immediately, I'm like Alt F4, I'll stop stream.
Dude, I don't know how anyone. It happened to me also. I went on Twitter and someone posted something on the timeline that Twitch may not approve of. But
dude,
Twitter's
I've also never.
Dude, the only time I got banned on Twitch.
Place to go on.
Yeah, it really is. The only time I got banned on Twitch was for copyright. But that's because someone didn't like me and just filed a false copyright claim against me.
How do you get hit with the one thing Twitch is known for?
I know. Someone filed a false copyright claim against me because they didn't like me, and I told them I will take them to court unless they release it, and then they released it after like a.
We're fucking out of here, Jesus Christ! No, like when it comes to like fucking the notion of like Twitch and like getting banned and everything like that, I just know like the only time I've ever gotten close to that is like accidentally show porn, like by mistake, completely by mistake. It was like,
oh yeah,
I remember,
of course.
Like no, it was one thing, like way back. It was a funny story. Like so, way back, I did like this thing where I like looked at websites today, and then I went to the Wayback Machine and looked at their first iteration. So, like, I did it to legendofzelda.com, right? Or, like, zelda.com as they're known. So, nobody really knows this, but fucking...
Leak it.
Well, so, like, when it comes to zelda.com, it's obviously, it's about The Legend of Zelda, the video game, but, like, in the early 90s, it was a porn site. So, I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, wow, Nintendo.com, okay, cool. fucking 14. All right, let's go all the way back. Oh, shit, pornography. I'm like... totally unexpected,
dude, huge.
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, what kind of dude? That's such a blatantly like fucking misleading porn site named Zelda.com. Dude, it could be anything. Like, imagine typing in your name .com, entering it on a school computer, and it's like you just get fucking blasted with porn. Like,
wait, no, they changed Zelda.com's just a Nintendo site now, bro.
Yeah, because I think they realize. I think one of their own engineers probably did it too, and they're like, oh shit, this wouldn't fly too well.
This is weird.
Yeah, they're like, wouldn't be so brand friendly if we just had kids. I was out of it. No, and then at that point, I'm like, I boycotted I was like, man, if that's Zelda.com, I don't even want to look up what Mario is all about. Like, holy shit. It's going to be fucking disgusting. We started this off shitting on Nintendo. We talked about this whole Twitch thing. I kind of want to go back to shitting on fucking Pokemon and Nintendo and all that crap, dude.
Wasn't that a simpler time before we were like, oh, Pokemon, let's talk about how bad the legendaries are, into fucking sexual assault, man. Jesus.
Yeah, well, it's
been a journey. Days. Remember when drama was about if the national dex was in the new Pokemon game or not?
Yes!
Remember that drama?
Yes!
Now that was good drama.
Freak getting lazy. Well, like anytime somebody's like, "Is Game Freak getting lazier?" I'm like, "How? They're already at the fucking zenith of where they could be."
Is Game Freak getting lazier? Have you played Let's Go Eevee?
Have you? You know the fucked up thing about those Let's Go Pokemon games? They have more effort put into them than the Diamond and Pearl remake. Think about that real quick. Like
They
you played
outsourced the new
and Pearl.
Diamond and Pearl one, didn't they?
They did to like some fucking weird studio. No one's like fucking giving a shit. They outsourced it to like mobile gaming studios. It's like I remember the GTA Definitive Edition. Rockstar's like, all right, boys.
It just feels weird every time you challenge a gym. The gym leader starts talking about Raid Shadow Legends. It's just a weird time.
They're like, oh, you kids like Pokemon? Well, I'm sure you like Nexomon for free on the App Store. Dipshits. But like, okay, this is what I hate about Nintendo shit, okay? I fucking bought a Wii U. I bought a Switch for
sorry to hear
Metroid
that.
Prime 4, okay? For Prime 4.
I
We're
bought
not
a
gonna get
Switch
that.
because Tectone invited me to a Pokemon Unite tournament.
Dude, Pokemon Unite. Everything but fuck.
That game's
Okay,
amazing, huh? Wait, go ahead.
Charlie ruined it all for me the day when I saw it come out, and then the like video comes out. It's like I paid like he bought everything in the fucking game and just started slaughtering children.
I did the same goddamn thing,
I'm like,
bro.
I'm you know, when I saw the video from Charlie, I legitimately, I took my wallet and I pulled out my credit card and I like looked at the Pokemon Unite thing and I was like, no, it's just not worth slapping children right now.
Dude, but it is. But it is, dude.
Can you still do it?
No, they changed it. But for launch, dude, I was top 100 in the world.
Nice. Not gonna lie though, dunking on kids in Pokemon Unite cheaper than therapy.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
very
it
true.
makes you feel better, and it's legal too. Like,
Dude,
you're not gonna get, you know.
I spent less than $100, and I was number one, or like I was top 100 in the entire world, which I was so excited about. And I did that grind in 2 days. It was so funny, bro. I mean, they balanced it now, obviously. Do I play it? No, I'm not like a Pokemon Unite dick rider. But like, I love games. Maybe
Sounds like
I'm
a
fucked up.
Pokemon Unite Dick Rider would say.
Yeah, true.
I don't know how you could explain this to like other people like that aren't in the circle. Like, dude, if we were to sit with our normal friends, where we were like, yeah, so I spent around $100 to beat children on a video game,
Dude, but it's the best. It's like something about just humbling these fucking rats on their video games. They think they're hot shit. I do the same goddamn thing in Fortnite. Okay? I go play Fortnite. I fucking blast these motherfuckers. I started playing Roblox recently too. Putting these clowns in their place. You want to know why? Because you know what breaks my heart? These kids who are like kind of good in their circles for video games, and they're like, you know what I'm going to do? Fuck high school. I'm going to drop out. I'm going to become a professional esports player.
You're like, let me dash those dreams right
We're
here.
going to put those to rest, bro. Why'd you get the history class there, Jimmy?
I do the same thing on Rainbow Six sometimes. Like, this kid will get like an ace one round, and I'm like, oh. And then I'll just sit there, and I'm like, and then like I spend the whole game like shooting him from like the spawn peak central, enough to the point where like this kid's typing in racial slurs in the chat, and I'm like, I got NVIDIA Shadow Play, bro. Your career just died before it started. It's done, dude. It's over. Rip bozo.
God,
I'm posting this shit online.
You brought me back to the old Xbox Live days, man. Xbox Live's voice calls, those shits were crazy, bro.
You know the worst part about being anybody that makes content on the internet, a YouTuber or Twitch streamer, is I have my Xbox Live moments on video games. Like, if I'm playing around a Siege and you piss me off, I will make fun of you and your family. Like, I absolutely fucking have no chill.
Yeah.
Like, I press the push to talk key and I just start shitting on you. And the most dreadful words that I hear after that is like, you get the brief pause and it's like, are you Mudahar? I'm like,
No. Dude, the same shit happened to me. Dude, oh my god. Fuck. It's too real. I did the same shit on League of Legends. I got back in the league, I go off on people in all chat. And they're like, aren't you the Genshin guy on YouTube? And I'm like, no bro. I've never heard of that.
It's like Alt F4 and you walk away and it's like, I hope they... And you know what's even scary? It's like everyone's got like NVIDIA Shadow Play and all these like fucking 15-minute recording buffers. And I'm like, oh god, I really hope to god they did not record that. Holy shit. I really hope that doesn't end up somewhere on like Twitter or whatever.
You don't want this
I'm going off on it.
on Trainwreck's feed. You don't want Ice Poseidon to start posting your Xbox Live moments.
Ice Poseidon just like tweets out all the compilation of me shitting
It's
on
like,
random
so Ice
players.
Poseidon. So I got in contact with this 13-year-old child.
Jesus fucking Christ,
He was
bro.
playing Xbox freaking Siege.
Yeah, and then that's all they do. But that's the thing that I like. It's funny because I remember like a couple like months back there was like that fucking ask for the children of the world today. It's like, what are your career like goals? What do you want to be? And
right, and every
when we
single
were kids,
one says streamer, right?
yeah, and when we were kids, we were like, oh, I don't know, I guess like a fucking astronaut, a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, crack dealer.
Let's fucking go.
My dad pays the guy a lot, so that seems like a pretty lucrative career. Why not? So nowadays, it's like Twitch streamer or YouTuber, and I'm like, I don't even think these kids get like how fucking much of a time commitment this job can be, right? Like,
yeah, for sure.
I think all of us.
I don't think I've had a day off in 3 years.
That's exactly like, like I know like me and Art do like a bunch of things on the side too, and even like managing like YouTube and all this shit. It's like when's the last time you had a vacation, Art? Like a proper real vacation?
I had to fire an employee right before my beach trip, so I ended up working like a couple hours each day, even on vacation.
But when you go on vacation, do you ever like switch it off? Like,
Never.
Do you ever just
Never.
like no?
Never.
No. I started my YouTube channel in 2009. There's not been a day that's passed by where my head's not steaming up
Exactly,
some idea
right?
for
Like we're
something.
always sitting over there checking our emails, making sure everything is done. Like these kids don't understand. Like I even have my aunt's kids who talk about this. It's like, I want to like make videos and play Among Us with the friends, and I'm like, kid, you have no idea how catty that shit is. You understand what those Among Us discords are like? They all fucking hate each other. All of them.
It's so messed up. Did you see some of the train wreck drama that just happened? Was he was complaining that he wasn't invited to the OTV Among Us lobby? How lame is that? Oh my god.
You banned me from your Among Us server.
Yeah, like I'm sitting there, I'm like I have to tell these kids, I'm like, you have to understand how passive aggressive, goblin-y some of these Among Us servers are. I joined one of them when it was like super popular. Like, I got asked, and it's like, oh man, I've already like kind of said yes, so I committed to them. Dude, if you look up those Among Us videos, like streams of me playing it, I'm like so visibly fucking like angry at everyone because it's like I just can't tolerate everyone's voices. Like it feels like every time I was in one of those Among Us games, it was like a quest of who screams the loudest so they can show up in everyone else's video.
Dude,
like,
oh my god, that shit drives me fucking insane. Or like when people throw fucking like for example, I'm gonna just say how it is. Okay, listen, I have nothing but love for Disguised Toast. Okay, I do, but holy shit, he is not good at Among Us. He's not. He's just not. People would throw just to give him a fucking clip. Because I've played Among Us versus Disguised Toast. I've played Among Us versus 5-Up. I fucking collapsed in those lobbies. 5-Up was actually really good. But I also beat 5-Up in an Among Us Twitch Rivals tournament as well. Like they're not good. But if you have a big Among Us channel, people will throw just to give you the clip. That way you can be in a video, and it's fucking gross. I'm a big fan of the integrity of the game. Of course, I'm a big.
Yeah, I don't want to be fucking thrown. I feel like if you throw an Among Us game, like you're basically like.
But actually, do you want me to show you how much of a fan of Among Us I am?
Yeah. Okay. He's got it.
Well, while he's going to get his Among Us plushies.
Okay, hold up.
Is that like a fucking Dybbuk box for Among Us shit? What the fuck?
Dude, it's at 3 a.m. Calling the imposter at 3 a.m.
Dude, the imposter at 3 a.m. I have in this an Among Us potion. Can you see that, dude? It has a little imposter sussy Among Us. Fuck, I wish it would focus better. Dude, I fucking love Among Us so much. Nothing feels better than lying to your friends, and Among Us lets me do that. It's great, dude.
I mean, to be fair, you're a streamer, so you do that for a living anyway.
And from Austin. Feels bad. I will say, I am not a very big like political guy. So like when one of my friends on and I do
like
mean that
Biden because he hates abortion, you know. You and
No, you're wrong. That guy doesn't. I checked it. He does. He's actually opposite, dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know, like when you do have a friend, I mean like a genuine friend.
To quote Joe Biden, my favorite Joe Biden quote before you continue. What?
Yeah. Yeah, true. It does hurt because like when you make genuine connections for like content creators, which by the way is very rare. Like, there's a big difference in like, oh, these two people play Among Us every Saturday. They must be very good friends.
And an actual friend like that you'll talk
100%.
to when you're in a darker place,
Yeah.
Like,
it does generally hurt when you like find out horrible shit about your friends. You don't know how to feel, and like the public wants you to like be like, you found this new information, completely condemn them immediately. But it's just like, dude, emotions don't work that way for like actual genuine connection. It's very hard. It's very, very, very hard. Unless it's like irrefutable proof, like this happened. But like when you have a chance for like a benefit of the doubt for like one of your very closest friends, it is very hard to like completely condemn someone at the drop of a dime for people who have made like genuine connections.
Yeah, it's a wild world, man, on the internet. But you know what? I think we covered a lot of fucking topics today, everybody. Like we went off on it. We had a little bit of PG-13 segments. We rolled the audience in with some, light, child-friendly fuck Game Freak. Thank God for that. Fuck.
True.
Yes,
Love that. Ooh. To continue the chess saga from last week.
Oh yeah.
All right. So
what happened with the anal beads?
Updates. So now there's the anal beads conspiracy that perhaps he has been wearing radio wave hoo-ha in his butthole. Oh, last week was sponsored by Adam and Eve. Never mind. I was so excited for a second. Okay.
Well, I was hold on a second. Is the anal beads? Wait, hold on. Let me just get. Is the anal bead story a thing because he stuck the anal beads in his ass and some other person remotely was like vibrating them as signals?
Yes.
That's so fucking smart. Holy shit.
Wait, we don't know about that?
You didn't know about that?
I was keeping completely blank until I was going to make my own video like a week from now.
Wait, do you know about the DPS system in VR chat?
No.
Oh, so it's called the dick penetration system, and pretty much
fuck off.
no, I'm dead serious.
Okay, wait, go.
Okay, so you have two people in VR chat, and one of them like puts like a sheath on their cock, and the other one puts like a little object up their ass, and then like it tracks where your dick and asshole is, and as you fuck, like you can feel each other fucking, right? Like so. Anywho, yeah, it's crazy.
I'm gonna actually Google this DPS.
Yeah, the DPS system, VR chat. Why would I make that up? That's so random to make up. Dude.
We've had some wacky people on this podcast. Okay?
He's not joking.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah, VR chat is wild, bro.
Fuck? I mean, hey, listen. In a post-COVID world, we would need anything, ladies and gentlemen. We redlined this conversation to adult material. We said "fuck Game Freak" again, and now you learned that you can get fucked in VR chat. So get ready, enjoy it. Thank you, Tectone, for being on this show.
It's over.
It's over.
Oh,
yeah, we're keeping it an hour and a half.
I feel like we just started, man. Frig.
That's what like the general consensus is. But like, we had a great time having you on. We learned a lot about. If we don't get age restricted for this, we're going to message Team YouTube because we're going to be like, listen, now actually it doesn't make any sense. Wait a minute. We literally just talked about and inside each other through the power of the metaverse. So thank you all for, welcoming Tectone on the show. You have any socials you want to give out? An OnlyFans account or something?
On Twitch, twitch.tv/Tectone. I do like anime shit and like a lot of just chatting and reacting.
Cringe anime. Get
I don't give a Knox, don't act like you're not a weeb, all right? I do like weeb shit on Twitch and YouTube, and then I would love for you guys. I also have a podcast of my own. It's called Noodle Shop Podcast on YouTube that I'd love for you to check out as well.
Oh my God, absolutely go check them out, guys. I mean, if you're down to watch, something better than ours, for sure, check out Noodle Shop. Listen. Do you want to know the original name for this podcast? Do you want to know what the original name was?
It was such a good name.
Such a good name. It was the Irrelevant Podcast.
That's what we were going to call it.
Wait, that's sick. Wait, why did you change it?
Someone had it already.
No way.
I know. It was ass. This is a little bit of like post lore for everybody watching this so far.
Wait, is that a first time leak?
Yeah, that's the first time we said that on the podcast.
That's the first time we ever mentioned it.
That's good. That's good that you said that now before Trainwreck's leaked it in a year and a half. When it was convenient for him.
When it was convenient. Oh, imagine bringing that up into an argument. Like we're talking about gambling. Oh yeah. Weren't you gonna come up with a different name for your podcast? But you didn't. Looks like weird. What about that cover up?
When Trainwreck has to stop gambling streaming and he has to start drinking and driving on stream instead. If he gets called out about it, weren't you supposed to have the Irrelevant Podcast?
Yeah,
Weird,
what
man,
happened
real
to that?
weird.
What happened to that cover up? And you can follow Gamer from Mars, youtube.com. He makes some of the best little internet mystery stuff that you can watch. One of the progenitors, if you will. Nux Taku for amazing anime in-depth reviews and, you know, occasional Rule 34 challenges with other friendly YouTubers. And if you truly are done with any form of content, you just scrape in the bottom of the fucking barrel. Well, there's always mine, Some Ordinary Gamers. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. We are all out.